viewers, you are welcome again to the program Politics and Perspectives on your lovely TV, online TV, digital TV, Ifago Enjai television. Today we have brought you a new topic to be discussed, but before we go to the topic, let me introduce myself. I'm still your uncle, Dr. Samuel Mustapha, and I have my panelists in the studio, and these panelists, believe me, I always respect them for what they stand for. I believe so much in them. To my right, I have Comrade Jude Ndoh. He's also a community leader.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you very much for coming, sir.
Thank you for having me on your program.
Okay, sir. And to my left, I have another comrade of repute, someone that, you know, I have so much confidence in Jude, like I do for Mr. Jude Ndoh. His name is Comrade Alaba Shobande.
Thank you for having me on the program.
Thank you very much for coming.
It's a pleasure to be here once again.
We appreciate the two of you always giving us your time. Okay, now let's go for the topic. The topic we want to discuss today is PMB'S Executive Order 6 on travel ban, an important tool in anti-corruption war, or a draconian order that will hurt the economy. The topic again, PMB'S Executive Order 6 on travel ban, an important tool in anti-corruption war, or a draconian order that will hurt the economy. Let me start with my guest on the right, Comrade Jude Ndoh. Your opening remarks very briefly, sir.
Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, Order 6. Executive Order 6. It's an important tool. No doubt about it.
Okay.
But whether it's draconian
Or not.
Whether it's going to boost our economy or not, whether it's anti-democratic or it's democratic, we will define it
As we go. Okay. Sir.
Well, I like to say that, you know, the EOCs are by President Muhammadu Buhari.
Yeah.
I think it's a welcome idea. But the point is that, you know, we must not forget that, you know, this issue has been created with a whole lot of controversies, you know, ever since the day this news was released. So I want to believe that, you know, the ruling party knows exactly what they are trying to do, and also this government is out to fight corruption. So if you think that it is the best way for them to fight the so-called corruption, I want to believe that it's a welcome idea.
Okay. Before we go on, maybe I should quickly read the statement by the presidency on the implementation of Executive Order 6, that is EO6. Okay, let me read. I'm quoting directly now. Following the instant judicial affirmation of the constitutionality and legality of the Executive Order 6 EO6, President Muhammadu Buhari has mandated the Attorney General of the Federation and the Minister of Justice to implement the order in full force. To this end, a number of enforcement procedures are currently in place by which the Nigeria Immigration Service and other security agencies have placed no fewer than 50 high-profile persons directly affected by EO6 or watch list and restricted them from leaving the country pending the determination of their cases. Also, the financial transactions of these persons of interest are being monitored by the relevant agencies to ensure that the assets are not dissipated and such persons do not interfere with nor howsoever corrupt the investigation and litigation processes. It is instructive to note that AO6 was specifically directed to relevant law enforcement agencies to ensure that all assets within a minimum value of 50 million or equivalent subject to investigation or litigation are protected from dissipation by employing all available lawful means pending the final determination of any corrupt related matter. The Buhari administration reassures all well-meaning and patriotic Nigerians of its commitment to the fight against corruption in accordance with the 1999 Constitution, or as amended, and the general principles of the rule of law. Accordingly, this administration will uphold the rule of law in all its actions, and the right of citizens will be protected as guaranteed by the Constitution. We therefore enjoin all Nigerians to cooperate with the law enforcement authorities towards ensuring a successful implementation of the Executive Order 6, which is a paradigm-changing policy of the federal government in the fight against corruption. Signed, Garba Shehu, Senior Special Assistant to the President, Media and Publicity, dated October 13, 2018. And there have been some responses. Maybe I should just quickly read that one before we go on break. Then when we come back from break, we'll discuss it. Is that okay? Okay. Atiku and few others already made some comments, reactions to this Executive Order 6. According to a national newspaper, the People's Democratic Party and the coalition of the United Political Parties slammed Buhari for the Executive Order, saying it was meant to cow opposition members. The PDP presidential candidate, Atiku Abubakar, described the president's action as draconian, clearly arbitrary, repressive, and illegal. So, what we'll do now, we'll go for a quick break. When we come back, my panelists will now discuss this in details and we'll know if it's a necessary tool for anti-corruption fight or if it's draconian order aimed at fighting the opposition. We will know. We'll be right back.
Ìfàkọ̀jà television ẹ máa wò má gbé kó mẹ́ sílẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ ọmọ Ìfàkọ̀jà television the pride of the people torí yín ni gbogbo yín pátápátá ẹjá jọ máa wò torí pé television tó tó alọ́gbọ́n fúnni nímọ̀ máa fòye yé ni òye ayé a máa yé ní bẹ́ẹ̀ tó wá sì jẹ́ ti fàájì ni entertainment káyì ibẹ̀ ló sọ lọ sí ẹjá jọ máa wò yẹmísọ̀ ní ìdìbò àkàlà pìrìsẹ́ńtà tó screen gbà kò yẹbẹ ẹkùn ọkọ̀ yá àfẹ́ bàbá àbẹ́jì ní òkè gbégbó ẹ̀ ibẹ̀ ni mo kẹfẹ́ tẹ̀sí mò ń wò ní correct.
Ìfàkọ̀ìjayé, Ìfàkọ̀ìjayé, Ìfàkọ̀ìjayé. Television.
Have you subscribed to our YouTube channel? If you haven't, please log on to youtube.com and search for Ìfàkọ̀jà Television Blitz. Click the red button and please do not forget to thumb up. You can also connect with us on any of our social media platforms, website www.ifakojayetv.com, Twitter @ifakojayetv, Facebook ifakojayetv Lagos, Instagram ifakojayetv, email address ifakojayetelevision@gmail.com. My name is Mustapha and I endorse Ifakojaya Television. Ifakojaya Television, the pride of the people.
Ìfàkọ̀ìjayé, Ìfàkọ̀ìjayé television. Ìfàkọ̀ìjayé, Ìfàkọ̀ìjayé television. Gbangba la ṣántà àwọ̀ kí ìlú mọ̀, Olúwa ló fi rán wa, adé ọ̀kín òjò tẹ̀yẹkẹyẹ.
Ẹ máa wò Ìfàkọ̀ìjayé television. Make sure you wo, ẹ máa wò Ìfàkọ̀ìjayé television. Make sure make sure you come back. Make sure kó ló lọ síbòmí, just dúró sórí www.ifakoijayetelevision.com. Thank you.
You are welcome back from the commercial break. I still have in the studio my panelists, and actually you have not heard anything because they have only given us their opening remarks, and now we are going to full discussions. People have started making their comments, but I will not let you know their comments until after we must have addressed our viewers. Now you've listened to, I'm starting with you, sir. You've listened to what came out from the federal government side regarding Executive Order 6. And you've also listened to a few reactions from PDP, the PDP presidential candidate, and even I left it out. I think some human rights lawyers also made some remarks against it, very few of them though. So how do you react to this?
Yeah, thank you very much. For me, I'm an apostle of pure democracy.
Okay.
And I will say something. If our judiciary proclaims that yes, it is constitutional, yes, I align with the judiciary.
Okay.
But my problem is this. Judiciary proclamation does not mean our constitution is not defective.
The 1999 constitution?
1999 constitution as amended.
Okay.
For me, as a person, I see and I view, I perceive that 1999 constitution as a military constitution handed over to us, and it is not going down well with us.
But so far, so good. That is the only constitution that we have.
That's why I said I'm observing. I'm not blaming the judiciary.
Okay.
They made a pronunciation based on what is available now. But I want to say something, sir.
Go ahead, sir.
APC government that I worked for and voted for promised me restructuring, promised me constitutional amendment, promised me a lot of things. 3-4 years we are not having it. There's a problem. So if you ask me, if I'm coming from that premise, from that angle, I will say this proclamation, this order 6 is draconian. Because they failed. Me and you know that yes, the constitution is defective. The constitution we are operating now is defective. We know it. APC government know it prior to 2015. And we are not doing anything. We didn't do anything to amend it, to make sure we bring it to make it a people's constitution. There's a problem. So that means there's an hidden agenda with our present government.
Then, can I quickly ask you one question?
Yes.
The promise made to you, what correlation, has it with this executive order 6? There are two, different issues.
There are different issues.
Yeah.
There are different issues. The APC government told me, we know it. We know it. Before I gave my support to the APC government, yes, we know it. All Nigerians know it that 1999 constitution is defective. Defective. And they promised.
The APC promised that they will change
They will change the constitution. They will restructure Nigeria. They promised.
I don't want to be, because I'm not a spokesperson for APC.
Go.
So I don't want to go into that. What are your own reactions?
Okay, thank you very much. What I need to input is that I don't want to believe that, like I've always been saying on this program, that I'm not a Buharist, neither am I a draconian. Like he rightly said, that's an apostle of good governance.
Yeah.
I think I want to kill with that too. The point is that we need to try and substantiate the instrumentality and the constitutionality of the EOCs. The Attorney General of the Federation has affirmed it that it is constitutional. But another angle to this issue is that when I go to look at the list, I look at the names on the list, and I started asking myself, some sort of question that, what is the government actually out to achieve with this list? Are they really out to intimidate their opposition, or are they trying to fight corruption, so to speak? Because looking at the list, you have like 15, up to 15 ex-governors.
Okay. You
have 7 ex-ministers and other prominent Nigerians on that list. But if actually the government is ready to fight corruption, I think they have to do it in good faith. Because a situation whereby we are not seeing some names that are actually supposed to be on that list, I don't want to mention it here. If truly you are out to fight corruption.
Because it's better if you mention few names, so that at least they are watching, they will know what they must have done wrong. Do you understand?
Okay.
Yeah, at least 1 or 2 names that you think should have been. Anyway, to start with, the federal government said they have not released any name. What they did was to release the name, the cases under investigation. People were about 145 cases. So people were just coming out, speculating, bringing out the list. So federal government has not released.
Maybe we should refer the list as a secret watch list.
No,
it has not been published. And yes, it has not been published by the federal government.
Oh, okay, then it's not secret.
Okay, it's not secret. But
it's not secret because the relevant cases have been published.
Okay, let's go by that.
Okay.
The list was actually gotten from EFCC.
From the courts?
Yeah, it was a list
because
the
case numbers were indicated there.
Were they actually getting from the court or from the files of ICPC, EFCC, Nigerian Police?
Probably.
Yeah, some other agencies. Yes, what I want to say is that I expected to have seen some names like Mustapha, who actually has a pending case with the EFCC. I expected to have seen a name like Senator Mishube on the list.
Okay.
I didn't see that.
Okay.
So that actually gave me some sort of worry that so that actually gave me some sort of worry that if actually this government is out to fight corruption as they claim, why have we not had some names that are supposed to be?
Okay. Before I go to him and before I make some clarifications I need to make, we have some comments here. I'll read only 2 for now. We have one, I think intentionally I will mention this person's name because normally I don't like mentioning their name. This one is from Comrade Shobande, who is one of us. That's why I'm mentioning his name. He said, from the list released, it is glaring that it is one-sided. A good law shouldn't be seen to be one-sided. That is what Mr. Comrade Shobande said. But somebody is countering him, and that is also one of us. So I will mention his name too. This is Siwan Femi Taiwo. He said, Mr. Shobande Taiwo, it is not like that, sir. You get it wrong. Okay, so, but before I go to him, you mentioned two people's names, 2 names.
Just to mention
it. Just to mention a few. Mustapha is known to have cooperated with EFCC or the agency, the relevant agency. I think it's EFCC. And he has already paid him back. I'm coming back. Omushere too has paid some amount of money. He was cooperating.
Yes. Hello, sir.
No, let me land. You see, it's all over the world when there is already a plea bargain or plea arrangement. Then you don't include such people because they have already entered into an agreement.
But and they are still pending in the Court of Justice. So
which one? No, these ones are not.
Yeah, the cases against Omishoya and...
No, it's not because they are paying their...
Doctor. Let's not misinform our viewers.
Okay.
Omishoya's case. Omishoya is not a saint because of Oshun, his participation in Oshun election. We know the conditions. It was all over the air. We know the conditions.
What are the conditions?
We know in fact, his passport has been returned to him.
Was the passport
seized earlier? It was it's part of the conditions. You see, Nigerian, if we must fight corruption, let's fight corruption in totality. I don't support corruption, but I keep on saying it, sir. The only difference I see in this APC government that I'm a party of, we are party of, the only difference is Buhari. There's no difference between APC and PDP.
So if you take out Buhari, APC is
corrupt. APC is absolutely corrupt. Corruption stinks in APC. Corruption stinks in PDP. Corruption stinks in our system.
And it has to be eradicated.
It has to be eradicated. We must. It is our responsibility to give the citizenry good information about this corruption. To give them information to make sure we try in our own little ways. How do we eradicate it? If we can't eradicate it, let's minimize it. But we shouldn't encourage it.
Okay. Are you saying, or are we saying that efforts at eradicating corruption is at minimum?
Buhari has been forced to a standstill.
He has been forced to.
Corruption is fighting back.
Corruption is fighting back. He has been forced to a standstill. I say he's the only person that I know that yes, is putting effort. There's no difference. Take a statistics. Let's do research. Do a research on APC governed states and PDP governed states. It's not the way and manner we manage our corruption that differs.
There's corruption everywhere.
There's corruption everywhere. It stinks. It's in the system. It is the management.
So APC are good at managing it.
APC may decide, okay, no, we won't review our information to the public. PDP, we don't care. I don't know. So, but for me, as a citizen of this nation, it's forced on me to do everything humanly possible to see how do we eradicate. If we can't eradicate it, how do we minimize this cankerworm we call corruption in our system?
Okay. On this point, we want to go and break, but I want to relay or repeat what he said. He said Buhari has been fought to a standstill.
Exactly.
Am I quoting you right?
You are 100%.
He has been fought to a standstill in this fight against corruption. We'll be right back.
Ifakoijaye television.
Ifakojaye TV. Keep watching. Keep watching. Keep watching, guys.
Gbangba la ṣántà àwọ̀ kí ìlú mọ̀ Olúwa ló fi rán wa adé ọ̀kín òjò tẹ̀yẹkẹ́yẹ.
Ifakojaye television. Keep watching.
Viewers at home, yes, glue your eyes to no other station except Ifakojaye television. That is what everybody watch now. Don't touch the dial. Ifakojaye TV at on www.ifakojayetv.com.
We thank you all for subscribing to our YouTube channel. We love you all. And just in case you haven't, please log on to youtube.com and search for Ifakojaye Television Blitz and click on the red button to subscribe. You can also connect with us on any of our social media platforms, our Twitter at Ifakojaye TV, our Facebook Ifakojaye Television Lagos, Instagram Ifakojaye TV. Our website is www.ifakojayetv.com, and you could also write to us at ifakojayetelevision@gmail.com. I am Olaide Umadibu, and I endorse Ifakojaye TV. Ifakojaye Television, the pride of the people.
Ifakojaye television.
Ifakojaye Television. tó wà lọ́gbọ́n fúnni nímọ̀ máa fòye yé ni ni òye ayé amáyé ní bẹ́ẹ̀ tó wá sì jẹ́ ti fàájì ni entertainment káì ibẹ̀ ló sọ lọ sí ẹjẹ́ ìjọ máa wò ó yẹmí sòdé dìdò àkàlà pìrìsẹ́ńtà tó screen gbà kókò yẹbẹ ẹkùn ọkọ̀ ìyá àfẹ́ bàbá àbẹ́jì mi ò kì í gbégbó ẹ̀ ibẹ̀ ni mo kẹfẹ́ tẹ̀sí mò ń wò ní correct.
Ifá kọ́ ìjayé, Ifá kọ́ ìjayé, Ifá kọ́ ìjayé. Television.
You are welcome back from the commercial break. During the commercial break, there are lots of discussions. You can see that if you look at our faces now, we are more friendly than we were before because we ironed out a lot of issues and differences. But that is not to say that we are still not going to say the fact, because that is one thing about my life, and that's one thing I like about your life too and him. You see, forget about these party affiliations, but we must say the fact the way it is. And you see, before we went on break, you made that statement that Buhari had been fought to his standstill. And since then, I have been thinking about this. And that is a statement of fact. And he said, bring PDP, bring APC. The only difference, what separates the two of them is Buhari. It's another statement of fact, right? Okay. The topic we have been discussing, before I take you too far, the topic is...
That's a topic for another day.
That's a topic for another day, that's true. And the topic we've been discussing is PMB'S. That is, when I say PMB'S, I hope you all know President Muhammad Buhari. PMB'S Executive Order 6 on travel ban. An important tool in anti-corruption war or a draconian order that hurt the economy. I still have my panelists in the studio, and believe me, from what the both of them have said, I hope I'm speaking, I'm reporting them directly the way it is. Both of them agree that it is both a necessary tool, and at the same time it looks draconian because it's not well balanced. So that is where I interpret their submissions so far. Let me quickly read another comment that we have. There are so many comments, but we can't read all of them. And this will be the last one I will read because I want us to really round up, because we still have another episode to record today before we go. I will not disclose the name of this person. He said, having a man who cannot enter the United States of America on account of money laundering as president of Nigeria will shut down investment against Nigeria. Executive Order 6 will project Nigeria as a serious nation. That is why the UK government supports it. Sir, do you agree with him?
No.
Why?
Unfortunately, the list flying about.
Let's forget about the list now. Let's just look at
the executive order.
Let's forget about the list. Let's forget about the list. Let's look at the executive order. Yeah. The intention is to ban some suspected people from tampering with the resources, the assets that are subject to litigation. Do you understand? So now, this EOC, this man is saying that, where is it again? Having a man who cannot enter USA on account of money laundering as president of Nigeria, that has been substituted a long time ago. He cannot enter US. As president of Nigeria, we shut down investment against Nigeria because he cannot. Therefore, it will shut down investment against Nigeria. And he continued to say that Executive Order 6 will project Nigeria as a serious nation, and therefore it will be good for the economy. That is why the UK government supports it, according to what the ambassador?
Yes,
the ambassador said it.
I will ask you a question.
Go ahead, sir.
When President Trump came into office,
okay,
he made 1 or 2 proclamations in terms of executive order, in terms of this Mexico border and the Arab world.
Yes, I remember.
What come of it? The answer is negative.
Negative?
Yes. The answer is negative.
It's both negative and positive, because eventually it went to court and it was partially implemented.
Well, what I'm trying to say in essence is this.
So it's not negative.
What I'm trying to say is, as at today,
I'm not a Trump person.
No, as at today,
I'm a
President Trump, when last did you hear him talk about Mexico border?
Is he talking about it?
When last did you hear him talk about the Muslim community in the US?
Is he talking about
the Muslim community in the US? The answer is no. We shouldn't shy away from it. I will tell you something. Democracy is about the people. Democracy is defined as the government of the people, for the people, by the people. If the people decide to elect a criminal as their president, so be it.
Okay.
If the people decide to elect a goat as their president,
so be it.
So be it. Now, having said that, sir, my problem with PMB, everybody in Ifakojaye here knows that I worked, I sweated, I canvassed, I supported PMB's administration. It's emergence. I used my resources to make sure he emerged within my confine in Ifakojaye. But the problem we are having here, the timing of this executive bill.
The executive
order. The timing, for me, it is wrong. The timing is vindictive. The timing is draconian. The time, 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, were you sleeping? You don't know you have that power to execute.
He has been issued some executive orders. You can't issue all of them.
Hello, sir. You don't issue an executive order in an election year and you think we will all sleep and clap for you. The answer is no.
Okay. Let me come to Comrade Alaba, Shobande.
Thank you very much. I still maintain my stand that the instrumentality behind the EOCs is draconian, that is being popularly described by a lot of Nigerians. I even see it as being obnoxious, because if actually this government is serious about fighting corruption, I want to believe that they should do it in a modest way. If actually you want to fight corruption, you have to make Nigerians see the reason why you are fighting it, and you are fighting it to the latter. Not a situation whereby some selected members, some selected Nigerians who are seen to be having some corrupt cases hanging on their necks. Whereas we have other, corrupt people who are roaming about, the whole place without their names being on this list. So I think it is one-sided. And I'm disappointed at this point, because I seriously believe in the government of President Muhammadu Buhari. But unfortunately, he has been surrounded by sycophants, by political jobbers, those who do not want to give him the correct advice as to what he needs to do in order for him to sell himself against 2019 elections. So I want to believe that if truly the government is serious about fighting corruption, the first thing they need to do is to strengthen our institutions, because the FCC is being seen as a compromised, agency. Let me take you back to what happened after Fayose lost the election in Ekiti. I saw EFCC tweeting, touting Fayose that he lost the election. I mean, it is a shame to our democracy for you to be seeing such kind of things. Those kind of things are not welcome in a democratic setting. So I think President Muhammadu Buhari should try and sit up and do some adjustment to these things if actually he is actually wanting to win this election. Because as we are seeing now, the articulate slogan is everywhere. I'm not saying that President Atiku is going to win this election, but the way things are going, the FCC need to keep their house in order
Okay.
If they don't want what happened,
and President Muhammad Buhari needs to do the same.
He needs to do the same. So if they don't want what happened to PDP in 2015 to repeat itself in their own corridor, they need to do something to arrest the situation.
Okay, you've had the panelists. That is not the end of the discussion. You had them. They have given their own pieces of advice here and there, and it's left for APC to really take the advice, to heed the advice and work on it. And believe me, APC has been disappointing many people, including me. You see, I'm trying to balance it up, here with my own contributions. But if I have to confess to you, I must confess that APC has been very disappointing. Because when you talk of corruption is not only about naira and kobo or dollar and pence. Do you understand? It has to do with a lot of things.
Sir, I'll give you an instance. Corruption is about developing a particular area far more than other areas. Corruption is about giving preference to a particular local government more than the local. We are suffering in this local government for crying out loud.
Yes, and not only that, corruption is beyond this issue. It's also a situation whereby somebody will win an election and you will impose another person on the community or the senatorial district or you see,
and we are fighting corruption.
And we are fighting corruption. That's not the way to fight corruption. And believe me, I said it before, I will say it again. We are all for Sanwo-Olu, but nobody did offend me. But the election, the primary election that brought in Sanwo-Olu is a sham. It was a sham. That was not election, no accreditation, nothing. So that's corruption. It's not only in Lagos. It's not only in Lagos.
It is, for me, it is corruption if you sell an idea to me that you're going to have a direct primaries, and the direct primary is centered only to eradicate one particular person, which is somebody. It is corruption.
And go to other states. There are complaints regarding APC primaries. It's corruption.
Go to Rivers.
Go to everywhere. Ogun State. Everywhere. So that is corruption, and that is why people like me, we are really bothered.
We're ready to sit up. We're ready to tackle this corruption fight.
I don't know. I don't see him doing it.
We're ready
because
to fight corruption in its totality,
sir,
and fight it like a lion.
The others, like you said, a tree cannot make a forest. Like you said before, you said Buhari has been fought to a standstill. So let's go to our closing remarks. Let me start this time around with Comrade Alaba, Shobande.
Well, still dwelling on the issue of our executive order, what I think the government should do is to try and strengthen these the agencies that are actually in charge of these cases, because we have cases that are hanging on some of these guys' necks, but nothing is being done.
No, but in most cases, it's the judiciary.
Yes, and the reason why I'm saying that the FCC need to be strengthened is because you discover that they lose some of these high-profile cases because they don't gather enough evidence before going to the court. Okay, let's take the issue of design, for instance. At least for over 4 years now, the London Metropolitan Police have not arraigned this woman. They are still gathering information. They are still gathering. So it's not as if the case has been swept under the carpet. They are still working. They want to come up with something cogent to fight this woman in the court of law. But our own FCC, they rush to the court. At the end of the day, they get themselves embarrassed because they don't gather enough information before they go to the court. So I would advise this present government to ensure that the FCC is strengthened to the extent that when they go to court, they begin to win cases. And that is a way of fighting corruption, not trying to give an executive order that some people should not be able to travel out of the country.
No, that is part of it. It's also part of it.
Well, if that is part of it...
You see, fighting corruption is not just one-way traffic.
Hello, sir. You know what I didn't buy this?
I hope you have learned it.
No, I've learned it.
I'm not buying this executive order in the sense that Nigeria will have bilateral talks with different nations. US, for instance, UK, for instance, Ibori was tried in the UK and sentenced.
Yeah.
We don't really need this draconian law in Nigeria here. Allow the person to travel out.
Let them arrest the person there.
Arrest the person there, try him there, sentence him there, bring him back to Nigeria.
And funny enough, we have extradition treaty.
Exactly. We have there are laws. Nigeria keep on signing these laws. On a final note, like he said, EFCC needs to be strengthened. I remember vividly 140 something cases, charges referred against Ibori.
In Nigeria,
in Nigeria here.
Under President Goodluck
Jonathan. Ibori left this country to UK. Only one charge, he was sentenced.
Yeah.
Not only
and he appealed, and the appeal has been, turned down just today or yesterday.
Not only Ibori.
Exactly. So we must fight corruption. We must fight corruption in totality. On a final note, corruption should not be fight at the party level. APC members that are corrupt should be tried.
Okay.
PDP that are corrupt should be tried. ABGA or any other party you can think about. My own position is anybody that is involved in bringing shame to this country or setback to this country by way of corruption should be tried and appropriate punishment meted on that person and that person's generation.
And that person's generation.
That is me.
So we're going to the Bible, to the scripture.
Exactly.
Let's not go there. Let's not go there. Let's not go to their generations. Let's just discipline and punish.
It's taking us up. They are taking us up.
Okay. Dear viewers, you've heard my dear panelists. They've voiced out their, I don't know, maybe I should say, not just opinion now, but, grievances. That is the right word. Grievances. And because, believe me, I'm not happy to, like he said, state of their minds and state of my mind as well. You viewers, you are very lovely. We love you so much, and we want to thank you again for staying tuned to Ifakojai Television, especially on this program, Politics and Perspectives. We want you to always get involved. I want to apologize that some of your comments, we couldn't read them because of time factor. The comments were coming in, but we couldn't read them. Please pardon us. Next time we will improve on this. For you to participate, you know our system, feedback. Give us your feedback. And to give us feedback, how do you do that? Our YouTube channel is Ifakojai Television Glitz. Ifakojai Television Glitz. Our website, www.ifakojaitelevision.com, www.ifakojaitv.com, and our Facebook account is Ifakojai TV Lagos, Ifakojai TV Lagos, and our Twitter is @Ifakojai TV, Instagram Ifakojai TV. Email address, in case you need to send us email, our email address is ifakojaitelevision@gmail.com, ifakojaitelevision@gmail.com. In case you need to call us, our phone numbers are 0805-196-4461, 0805-196-4461, or 0703-743-9891, 0703-743-9891. And we need to really thank those who are behind the camera, who have been very wonderful to bring us live to your viewing homes, or maybe you are in your office or you are on the road. I want to thank our editorial board chairman, Mustapha, other editorial members, Comrade Alaba and Comrade Alaba, Comrade Jude, and Pastor Mustapha. I want to thank Emmanuel Arubuto, who is the head of programs. I want to thank Samuel Faloye, and Damilola Fayoshe. Damilola Fayoshe, thank you very much. This Damilola Fayoshe is not related to the former governor of Ekiti State. I'm just making clarification. There's nothing bad.
Yes,
there's nothing bad in being related to but just to make the clarification. And before we go, there is another program coming in almost immediately after this one. We will give you the topic. We want to keep it to ourselves. Give you the topic, and I want to thank my panelists. Thank you very much for coming, sir. Comrade Jude, Ndoh.
Thank you.
God bless you for your time.
Thank you for always having me here.
It's a pleasure to always have because we enjoy you. And Comrade Alaba, Shobande, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure to be here.
God bless you. And our dear viewers, I'm still Samuel Mustapha Omoyajebu. Thank you very much for staying tuned to our program. We'll see you another time. Bye-bye for now.
Ìfàkọ̀ìjàyè television gbangba làṣántà àwòkí ìlú mọ̀ Olúwa ló fi rán wa adé orí òkè òṣìṣẹ́ ìkẹyẹ orúkọ mi ni Damilola Mustapha Ìfàkọ̀ìjàyè television ẹ máa wò lọ.
Ìfàkọ̀ìjàyè television. Ìfàkọ̀ìjàyè television. Gbangba làṣántà àwòkí ìlú mọ̀ Olúwa ló fi rán wa adé ọ̀kín òjò tẹ̀yẹkẹ́yẹ.